Hello, I am Mr. Fixit from ES Repair. Looking for a new TV can be a challenge. This video will help you understand the new technologies in TVs and their features, so you can buy the right TV for your home and your wallet. Plasma TVs were popular because they cost less than their LCD counterpart. They had higher contrast ratios, a wider viewing angle, less visible motion blur, and superior lighting uniformity. However, they fell out of favor due to screen burn-ins, shimmering or flickering effect with a number of hues, intensities, and dither patterns. The phosphors lost luminosity over time, and plasma TVs did not work well in high altitudes. Liquid crystal display, or LCD TVs, were preferred over plasma TVs because they were slim and lightweight, less susceptible to burn-ins, less glare, and less power consumption. However, they had poor black levels, a narrow viewing angle, problems with defective pixels, and slower response times than plasma TVs. Light-emitting diode, or LED TVs, are becoming more popular among consumers. They deliver excellent overall picture quality, a great choice for well-lit rooms, and often have thin profiles for easy placement in any viewing space. Organic LED TVs are more advanced with greater contrast ratio to produce darker black levels. They have a wider viewing angle, an extremely high degree of color accuracy, lightweight, and have extraordinarily thin screens. 3D TVs have not gained much steam since their introduction in 2010. They were designed to allow the user to watch 3D movies, but there was not enough content in 3D to make the TVs feasible. Most movies that were in 3D were only available on Blu-ray when streaming online was becoming popular. 3D TVs had to be carefully calibrated to work correctly and often caused eye strain. 3D TV production had stopped in 2017. Curved screen TVs have been around since 2014, but have not picked up much steam either. These TVs provide an immersive feel, as though you're part of the scene, and an enhanced depth perception. The contrast is much better than on non-curved TVs. However, there are drawbacks to curved TVs. Reflections are severely distorted and stretched across the screen in well-lit rooms, especially with direct light sources. Curved TVs have a small viewing angle of 70 degrees. Many TVs today have a resolution of 1080p, which is full high definition. Standard high definition is 720p, and 4K ultra high definition is 2160p. The number represents the maximum resolution the TV can display. The higher the number, the sharper and crisper the video appears. The letter at the end refers to how the image is displayed on the screen. Progressive scanning means the TV can display a full frame of video in a single pass, whereas interlace scanning divides the frame into odd and even lines. Then the TV alternates between them by showing the odd lines on one pass, then even lines on the next pass. The refresh rate is measured in hertz, and it refers to how fast the screen is refreshed per second. Some manufacturers call it motion enhancement technology. Standard TVs have a refresh rate of 60 Hz. Mid-range TVs use 120 Hz, and the high-end TVs use 240 Hz. The higher the rate, the smoother this video will play with less blur and less flickering. A TV's response time is measured in milliseconds, and it refers to the time it takes for a pixel on the screen to change from their off state to the on state and back to the off state. The faster a pixel responds, the better the clarity the image displays on the screen, and the sharper the detail. If a pixel responds too slow, the colors begin to distort. This is most noticeable during fast action scenes such as sports. High Dynamic Range, or HDR, is the latest technology in premium 4K TVs. It creates an astounding level of contrast and an exceptionally high color range. Images appear more realistic than ever before. Dolby Vision is a new technology similar to HDR, but produces deeper color depth. HDR can only produce 1 billion colors, but Dolby Vision can create more than 68 billion colors. New TVs are expected to support Dolby Vision. Plus, Lionsgate, Universal Pictures, and Warner Brothers are expected to release movies on Blu-ray using Dolby Vision. Smart TVs have the ability to stream movies and TV shows from the internet. Apps like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and so forth are often available on smart TVs. Many smart TVs also have a web browser so you can surf the web, and apps like Pandora so you can listen to music. You can also display photos and stream videos from other devices. Smart TVs can connect to the internet via an Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi to stream online content. Your internet speed will be crucial when it comes to streaming videos. Smart TVs also have multiple connections for different media types. The High Definition Multimedia Interface, or HDMI, is the most common connection used to connect devices. It has the ability to transmit both digital high-definition video and high-definition audio. Most TVs will have at least one HDMI connection, and some can have up to 4 HDMI connections. Some TVs even have a PCN connection to connect to a PC's VGA port. However, if the PC does have an available HDMI port, use the HDMI instead of VGA. If the PC has a digital visual interface, or DVI, instead of an HDMI, you can use a DVI adapt to HDMI adapter to connect the PC to the TV. Now keep in mind that PCs can operate on TVs up to 32-inch, with minor adjustments. In many cases, part of the desktop often appears off-screen when connecting to a larger TV, and you'll need to manually adjust the settings on the TV and the PC to correct the anomalies. This is due to the fact TVs do not process video the same way as PC monitors. Before there was digital video, the component in was used to connect a device that uses the YPRPB format, such as DVD players. The format was preferred over composite and S-video because it provided better picture quality by separating the luminance signal, which is DY, and the color difference signals for red, which is PR, and blue, which is PB. The green is automatically derived from those signals. Composite video is similar to YPRPB, but all the signals are encoded into a single video signal. The TV has to separate the signals, which causes degradation in the video. The audio left and right is used to connect to the device's audio output. Some TVs still have S-video, which was an advanced version of the composite video standard, but seldom used. This format separated the luminance and chrominance signals to provide a better picture on the TV. Smart TVs with built-in speakers will have an audio input to connect the audio from the source to the TV. HDMI supports both video and audio channels in a single cable. If connecting the PC to the TV via HDMI, be sure that the graphics card supports HDMI audio. The PCI or DVI audio input is used to connect a 3.5mm stereo cable to the audio source on the PC or DVI device. Neither VGA nor DVI support audio channels. A separate audio cable must be used to transmit audio to the TV. Smart TVs may also have an audio output. The audio out is used to connect to an analog external speaker system for better sound experience compared to the TV's internal speakers. The digital audio out is used to connect to a digital surround sound system to decode the digital audio into their separate channels. Most TVs with a digital out will use a fiber optic connection. Some TVs may support digital audio via RCA coax connection. However, the sound system must support either optical or RCA coax SPDIF to use this feature. Another feature you may find is a USB connection. This is used to connect USB flash memory devices like jump drives and cameras to display pictures and videos that are stored on the device. You may even be able to connect an external hard drive if the TV supports it. Be sure to read the documentation that comes with the TV. If the TV supports hard drives, the USB port is often marked to indicate it does support hard drives. And we cannot forget the antenna in connection. All TVs manufactured since 2011 only have digital tuners. To get the most out of digital broadcast channels, use a digital antenna. They are specifically designed to pick up digital broadcast signals. Now that I have covered the features, let's discuss the right screen size for your room. Most people think that the bigger the screen size, the better, and that is not always true. The screen size is a measurement from the upper left corner to the lower right corner. To get the best viewing experience, the screen size should correspond to the distance between you and the TV. For example, if you are less than 72 inches from the TV, then the TV needs to be no larger than 48 inches. If your distance to the TV is 138 inches, then a 60-inch or larger TV would be better. The idea is to get a comfortable view of the TV while you're watching your favorite show or movie and still feel immersed in the programming with little eye strain. To get the ideal screen size, measure the distance between you and the TV in inches. Next, take the TV screen size and multiply it by 1.5. Then multiply the screen size by 2.5. This will give the minimum and maximum viewing distance for that screen size. For example, if the distance is 72 inches and the TV is 48 inches, you will get the best viewing distance between 72 and 120 inches from the TV. This would mean that the TV meets the minimum recommendations. However, if you are getting a 4K ultra high definition TV, then the formula is slightly different, because 4K TVs allow you to sit closer without losing detail. You take the screen size and multiply it by 1, and again by 1.5. So, if the distance is 72 inches and the screen size is 48 inches, then the best viewing distance is between 48 inches and 72 inches. In this case, the TV meets the maximum viewing distance. Now, if you want the optimum viewing distance and the minimum distance to the maximum distance, then divide it by 2. If the minimum distance is 48 inches and the maximum distance is 72 inches, then when added together and divided by 2, you would get the optimum distance of 60 inches. The placement of the TV is another important factor to consider. There needs to be enough space for the TV so it's not in the way and easily knocked down. You want to have a minimum of 3 inches of space on all 3 sides of the TV, especially the back side. There you have cables that connect to the TV and space for air to flow. Even though today's TVs are more energy efficient, they still produce heat. TVs must have adequate airflow to dissipate that heat. The weight of the TV is also important. TVs weigh from 4 pounds to over 120 pounds. The load bearing on the tabletop or showcase must support the weight of the TV. If you're mounting on the wall must be able to support both the TV and the TV mount's weight. When buying a new TV, be sure to check out the floor model on display. This is a great way to see the TV in action, plus see the features and connections the TV has to offer. If you have extra money, go for a 4K ultra high definition TV. There are not many 4K content available, but they do provide superb picture quality and provide room for future upgrades. For watching fast action sports and movies, get a TV with a refresh rate of 120 Hz or higher that uses progressive scanning and has a response time of 2 milliseconds or faster. Don't get hung up on HDR and Dolby Vision's vast number of colors they reproduce. The human eye can only distinguish about 10 million colors. Dolby Vision does provide better image quality, but many manufacturers use HDR because it doesn't require licensing fees. HDR varies from manufacturer to manufacturer, but Dolby ensures the picture quality looks as perfect as possible with Dolby Vision at every step of the manufacturing process. If you can afford an OLED TV, they will provide the best picture quality. Do not rely on the contrast ratio. The ratio refers to the difference in luminance between the brightest color and the darkest color. There is no official standardized way to measure contrast ratio for a system or its parts, nor is there a standard for defining contrast ratio that is accepted by any standards organization, so the ratings provided by different manufacturers can be misleading. Trust your eyes when looking at the floor model on display. Be careful when buying an LED TV. Manufacturers have the tendency to call LCD TVs that use LED backlighting LED TVs, but they are not true LED TVs. True LED TVs do not require background lighting. TVs with built-in speakers do not have the best sound quality, so plan to use or buy a sound bar or a digital surround sound system to get the best audio. Unless you have money to burn to make a fashion statement, don't waste your money on a curved TV. There are very few benefits to curved TVs other than cosmetic features, and they are not worth the price. If mounting the TV on the wall, be sure to get the proper mounting kit to fit the TV and ensure the TV is securely mounted to the wall. Streaming ultra high definition requires a minimum of 25 megabits per second download speed for a single TV. For each additional TV or device you connect to the internet, you must increase your download speed by at least 10 megabits per second per device. Otherwise, you may experience frequent buffering. Well, this concludes this video. I hope it was informative for you and helps you to purchase your next TV. I am your host, Mr. Fixit. Thank you for watching.